Hi everyone, I'm here with a new video for beginners. We are going to learn how to draw a railway track using one-point perspective. We'll change our viewpoint a bit for this drawing. We'll draw a railway track so that we see it slightly from the left side. By the end, your railway track will look solid and realistic. Let's start drawing together. I start by drawing the horizon line. Then I put a dot on the horizon line. This will be the vanishing point in this drawing. Okay, starting from the vanishing point, I begin drawing the railway track toward the bottom right corner of the paper. It's best to use a ruler when drawing these lines. I suggest drawing the lines lightly. That way, if you make a mistake, it's easy to erase and correct it. First, I figure out where to put the rails. Then, I'll draw the widths of them. And I'll finish up by adding the heights to the rails. When you're working on tutorials like this, try not to worry about making your lines perfect. Just focus on the main subject and the logic behind the drawing. You can improve your lines with a little practice, but if you don't understand the logic, those perfect lines won't do you any good. The most important step in this drawing is positioning the railway track correctly on the page. Once that's done, the rest is a piece of cake. Good. Now it's time to draw the railway sleepers. To make sure all the railway sleepers are aligned, I'm drawing a light guideline along the left side of the left rail. I don't need one on the right side of the track because it's hard for me to see that side from where I'm standing. I'm going to draw all the railway sleepers using horizontal lines. Here, an important rule of perspective comes into play. Objects appear smaller as they move further away from us. So, as the railway sleepers move further away from us, their width and the distance between them should decrease. And at some point, the distance between them becomes imperceptible. Just use horizontal lines. You can ignore the details of distant objects. Lastly, I draw the thickness of the railway sleepers with a few quick strokes. Let me quickly add shading to make everything clearer. All right, we have finished the railway track. Now it is time to add the wooden poles. This will be very easy. First, I will lightly draw two straight lines starting from the vanishing point. I'll draw the wooden poles between these two lines. These lines will help to align them. I need to apply the perspective rule I mentioned earlier. Things look smaller the farther away they are. So, as the wooden poles move farther away from us, the distance between them should get smaller. First, I just draw vertical lines for the wooden poles, then I add the details. This way is simple and reduces the chance of making mistakes. The wooden poles are all set. I'm going to draw the wires now. When drawing the wires, avoid using straight lines. Try to make the lines slightly curved. Great. Drawing the wooden poles isn't as hard as you thought, right? Okay, Now I'm going to draw a row of trees on the other side. I'll start by lightly drawing 3 guidelines. This way, the trees and their trunks will be easily aligned. First, I draw vertical lines. Then I'll add the details. That's it. It was pretty easy, right? Okay, let's talk about why I drew the wooden poles that way and the trees differently. First, let's recall where we are in this drawing. We're currently standing on the left side of the railway track. We're somewhere around here. The vanishing point is right in front of us. The wooden poles are a bit farther away from us. That's why we see the wooden poles as smaller, and we can clearly see the distances between them and their details. On the other hand, the trees appear large because they are close to us. However, since they are lined up one after another, we can't see the details of each tree or the gaps between them. Moreover, we can't see the top part of the tree closest to us. There's one more thing to keep in mind. The left side of the railway track is closer to us, so it should be wider. The other side is slightly farther away, so it should be narrower. Check it out. Where do the guidelines for the wooden poles end on the paper? And now, take a look at the guidelines for the trees. Where do they end on the paper? The guidelines for the poles are narrower than those for the trees. The reason is exactly what I mentioned earlier. You need to visualize or think about everything I just mentioned before you start drawing. Then you should draw your guidelines accordingly. Otherwise, your perspective setup will be incorrect. Okay, let's pick up where we left off. Now I'll add a small building to the background to increase the depth of the drawing. Don't forget to use the vanishing point when drawing the building, and don't get too bogged down in the details. Adding a mountain range in the distance maximizes the sense of depth. You may put a few trees between the building and the mountain range. Draw the distant trees smaller than the closer ones. Finally, I'm making the railway track more realistic by adding ballast. Okay, we've finished everything related to perspective. Now I'll add the details and shading. Shading is a pretty complex topic, so I'm not going to get into all the nitty-gritty. I'll give you a quick overview to give you an idea. If your drawing didn't turn out as planned, don't worry. It takes time to understand perspective, and every mistake helps you improve. Try doing this exercise again and compare your results. Check out my other videos to practice different perspective structures. Just keep going and trust the process. I'll catch you in the next class. Goodbye.